It's time for tutorials for hanging leg raises. The hanging leg raises for beginners, a beginner workout. There's a brownie batter, and then also I made a workout that is a killer for the warrior killer, and it's a variations of different kind of hanging leg raises, and I'm gonna show those. And they are just a bad for today. They're whatever you see with me is never gonna be the only way, and I have so many variations. At times you wonder, I'm not sure if I do this right or not. I said, don't worry about it, because I do so many variations that I don't even remember which one is one. So we're all in the same boat. I know I always have fixed my hair. I should do that before I do this, but since I don't style my hair unless I have to on the shoots, you know, it looks like it, right? Many years I didn't like my hair because I didn't understand that the reason why my hair never looked like other people's wonderful hair. I didn't blow dry mine every day, never did it. So that means I have super great quality of hair, but that's real hair that isn't styled looks like crap, and hair that is styled looks beautiful and shiny, and that's not healthy. So it's just over processed. So anyway, all right. So first I wanted to show you, to build up to hanging leg raises, you start with a laying down leg raise. And in that case, you really have to know what to look for. And in that case, let me model. Okay, so these are my legs. They're gonna go downwards, but I want you to focus on my lower back. So you're gonna hold your hands here and your leg in the air and your neck up. So you don't have your neck down in the bench, because that will increase your hyperextension when you're going down at the bottom. So if this is the position you end up with, it's gonna be a lot of load on your lower back, and the lower back, if it's too weak, cannot counteract this tension here, so then you get tweaking your back. When you go up here, if you're laying on an arch back, put one leg up first and then the other one. Don't raise both legs first, because you can tweak it. Alright, so hands under your glutes makes it easier to not have an hyperextension in the bottom. So look here, and then you go all the way down to where you feel that you're losing tension, where you notice this happens. That. So you don't want that to happen. It's like you don't want to see the stomach go up. You want to really see that this doesn't happen. Look here. You don't want that. So really like pull the belly button into the side. See how far you can go. And then all the way up. So it's really slow. Feet straight, neutral, face up, so you don't hyperextend. So if you hyperextend, it's gonna be dangerous for you. If this is too much with the two legs, you could do this. One leg at a time. It means half the load. Okay? And then, now we go into the hanging stuff. Of course, you won't be able to do hanging leg raises just because you can do what I just showed you, but it just means that this is like a pull-up Bulgarian split squat. It's like very advanced on its own. So it's like, it's not a beginner. You don't have the baseline strength to make it yet. All right, so I'm gonna go through here. First, we're gonna do hanging leg raises, regular ones. All right, that's no problem. Here, no swinging, all the way up if you can. If not, go as high as you can. But if you're in this position, have hyperextension lower back, which means arched back, first you have to tilt your pelvis forward like this. So you're rounding it forward. Then you start to take it up. So step one, go from this, tucked, then raise it. So it's two moves. Really, tuck tail, shitty main pose, then raise the legs. So that's a classic one. Then what I call hanging squared rotating raises. It's my favorite. I have abs today. Yes, I do. But I'm cool. Okay. So now you're gonna see a variation. Why can't I talk ever? Variation, because I need to slow myself down. Okay. So. Like that. That's the rotating, square rotating hand leg raises. Now we're gonna do alternating hanging oblique leg raises. They come in two ways, so I'm gonna show you both. Just make sure that I have space. Have I told you lately that I love you? I do, okay. Bench in the way. So I'm gonna show you the bent version first, the easier one. The bench is in the way. All right. It's so good for me here. I get warmed up, right? I can't before my workout. Always stressed out too much on the weekend Friday. Where am I? Okay, hanging oblique leg raises, all right? In the middle. To the other side. Like that. And then bent version would be much easier. You can also do one leg at a time. That's my favorite. And so those are the variations of that. And of course, if you don't do alternating, it can be all on one side and then the other one, but that's not this workout. Then hanging windshield wipes. That will almost look the same as the one I already did with squared, but it's gonna be a little straighter legs. Okay. Let's see if I can do it this one. I'll have to think which version was. Like that. So you see, there's a little difference in height and instead of bent. Hurts my thumb there. Betty, if you see this, I know you can do all this in your dip station or the Roman chair. Hanging dragon flag push away. This one I have to wrist a little bit. I'm gonna do one rep because this is the one I already showed you. Oh, it's hard. The midair pulsing raises. That one you also know. And so I'm gonna see how you have to show a little bit of the action. First of all, the dragon, I'm gonna try to push away my my body away, okay? So it looks like that. Okay. Like that. That's so you push it away. Like that, alright. And then last one is gonna be midair pulsing. And again, I know some of you forgot the point was where you're hanging and letting yourself go down. So I want to make sure that everyone is doing what I want, which means not in the bottom. All right, so it's like you don't want to go past parallel with your thighs. That's not here. Okay, so now we have the banded. Those are all the midair. Okay, I've done all of those. Last thing is gonna be the press, the banded press. Okay, so now remember, if you don't have bands with this, of course you can do it with dumbbells. Remember, Monday I'll check in 9 a.m. That's when it's kind of good to have on the public page to know. So if you have two bands, that's even better, because you're gonna pull more on one than the other. I made a post, but I can never follow up on them because I get nothing done then, and you will have too many questions, and I love it. But this band, if I never remember to finish, this was because I could not have the strength in that position with any heavier band. So this is super light. It just shows that even the lightest weight can be heavy and hard in the right kind of angle. That's why I love to explain to people how one little change of angle and the tension completely changes everything. All right, so now I'm gonna show you the banded standing shoulder presses. So here I have two bands of the same thing. This is my favorite of the standing right now. I'm gonna do that today. Today I'm really going to go because I don't want to turn heavy and I'm fast on time. So when I'm short on time, I just make the very killer workouts because I do no rest. And I get so much done, and those are always the best workouts. Like when I'm stressed, when I don't want to stress, when I want to sit more between the sets and do heavy, they are not the ones that I feel like those were really good, you know? Like today, I feel so pumped up in a fantastic way from my back workout the other day when I did the banded pull-ups. So anyway, the second one is alternating banding standing shoulder press with peak hold. This looks like this. One, it stands up, it's the peak hold. And then I say you're gonna take 5 seconds of hold before you start the set on some. That's gonna be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So then you go. And each set of those are gonna be starting. So each set you start is gonna have a bottom stretch hold for 5 seconds before you start. So what would be a bottom hold here? It would be like this instead, that alternating bottom hold. That's not what we're doing here, but I'm just saying that I know my reps. And if you then are not tired yet, you can take one band. If you're not tired yet, you weren't hitting it with the right kind of resistance band. Then you can do these lateral raises and hold on to it so you don't get slapped. Okay, so enjoy that, guys. And on Monday we'll be back. The only thing that I have now is WhatsApp, but don't please remember that I'm out of time today, so it won't be too much. But that's where you can get my help to get the next progression, to get help. And just remember that if we can keep it together and not have drama or be angry at me because not speed enough for you, we're gonna have a great fit together, because I will be here living my life until I die with you if you're in my group. So just so excited that it seems like you actually like to do it the way I've always wanted to do it, but nobody has said, like, nobody can do it. Everyone needs to have a plan so they can live in the future. I said, but they're never gonna do it anyway. They don't have the leadership at each moment life happens. I need to be there. Doesn't matter. And I didn't want to do it everything, so I became like angry because I felt like nobody wants to do it. They just want to talk about it. I know how to do it, but I need to be there to show, because people get so overwhelmed and say, oh, screw it. Like, everyone gives up too fast, and I feel like if I can just kind of seduce you into see how fun I have, and it's like everything's gonna change. So anyway, I love you, ladies. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll be on the WhatsApp with them, but it's one-on-one. But I love you, and I'll see you on Monday.